Welcome back to the Daily Venture, as I talk about everyone's favorite bug, Blue Beetle. First appearing in 1939 in Mystery Men Comics #1 by the Fox Features Syndicate, Blue Beetle was Dan Garrett. Garrett was an archaeologist on a site in Egypt. He eventually found a blue beetle scarab that gave him powers that granted him superhuman strength, flight, invulnerability, heightened senses, and energy projection. Soon after, Blue Beetle was again moved to Charlton Comics. Here, the mantle of the Blue Beetle was handed down from Garrett to his pupil Ted Kord, created in November 1966 in Captain Atom number 83. Ted couldn't access the powers of the scarab but instead used his wealth and his wits to fight crime. After the Blue Beetle moved to DC Comics, Ted Kord continued as the Beetle. However, in Countdown to Infinite Crisis #1, Ted was killed by Maxwell Lord. The mantle of the Blue Beetle soon made its way to El Paso, Texas, in the form of the Blue Beetle artifact, the same Garrett held, which was found by Jamie Reyes. Created in Infinite Crisis #5 March of 2006, Reyes took the Beetle home. However, that night, the scarab came alive and grafted itself to the base of Jaime's spine, and soon after, Jamie and the sentient scarab, now known as Khajiit, became the third incarnation of the Blue Beetle. Ever since the creation of the third Blue Beetle, Reyes has steadily grown in popularity in DC Comics. Whether on comic books, video games, or the small screen, the titular hero has become a fan favorite. From appearing in Smallville's 10th season, played by Jaron Brant Bartlett. He also appeared in several animated series such as Batman, The Brave and the Bold, voiced by Will Friedle, the animated series' second season of Young Justice, starred by Eric Lopez, and Justice League Action, voiced by Jake T. Austin, who also played the Blue Beetle, as Jamie Reyes, in two animated films, Justice League vs. Teen Titans and Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. As mentioned before, the movie will also star Colo Maridueña as Jamie Reyes, a high school pupil who becomes the titular superhero. Blue Beetle is one of the lengthiest films in the DC Extended Universe. Big Screen Leaks, an entertainment website, conveyed the report on its Twitter page, stating that the recent Blue Beetle films sit around 2 hours and 45 minutes. The report cites that the movie's colossal runtime may shift, even during post-production. However, as it stands, Blue Beetle's film size is second only to Zack Snyder's Justice League, which clocked in at 4 hours and 2 minutes, and is the lengthiest of any DCEU film released in cinemas. Jamie Reyes was also a playable character in Lego Batman 3, Beyond Gotham, voiced by D. Bradley Baker, and a playable character in Injustice 2, voiced by Anthony Del Rio. Blue Beetle's supersized movie length may be unpredictable to some die-hard fans, regarding the project had not yet joined with Discovery, which was initially meant to go straight to streaming for HBO Max in 2018. However, the studio dramatically shifted the project from a streaming movie to a theatrical release in December 2021 before the production could begin. Primary shooting started in May 2022 and took about 2 months, concluding in July. After the purchase by Discovery, several abandoned projects at HBO Max had been axed, including Batgirl, and soon people wondered if Blue Beetle would shortly follow suit. However, just days behind Batgirl's ending, now called Warner Bros. Discovery, stated that Blue Beetle was still alive and moving toward a theatrical release. Director Angel Manuel Soto, Charm City Kings, recently told the movie has the studio's full support. Produced by John Ricard, Peacemaker, and composed by Gareth Dunnett Alcocer, Miss Bala, Blue Beetle also stars Bruna Marquezine, George Lopez, Raúl Trujillo, and several others. Susan Sarandon plays Victoria Kord, the movie's primary opponent, having taken over the role from Sharon Stone in April 2022. Currently, little is known regarding Victoria Kord, the villain of the movie and created exclusively for the Blue Beetle movie, though the character conveys the exact last name as Ted Kord, the second Blue Beetle, and CEO of Kord Industries in the DC Universe. Sarandon recently revealed that Victoria represents the white military-industrial complex, suggesting she will be a weapons contractor with ties to Kord Industries. Blue Beetle is the first Latino-led superhero film for Warner Bros. Discovery, the DCEU, and the film industry. The cast is comprised almost exclusively of Latin performers and will feature subtitles during scenes set in Spanish. In September, Maridueña said he is hopeful the film will advance representation and increase opportunities for Latino actors to play authentic big-screen heroes. So that was the news for today. What are your impressions of the Blue Beetle movie? Would you like to see him more in the DCEU? Which villain would you like Blue Beetle to contend with next, whether on the silver screen or another medium? Blue Beetle comes to theaters on August 18, 2023. Thank you for watching, and please leave a like and comment below, as I would greatly appreciate it. Until then, venture onward.